Okay, let's try the work together. The October 15th time card for Alice R. Webster and the time card data for other employees are provided. Calculate the regular, overtime, and total hours worked by Miss Webster. Any hours over 8 hours per day or 40 hours per week are considered overtime. Each work week begins with Monday. Record the total hours in the time card. Round hours to the nearest quarter hour. Okay. In at 8, out at noon is 4 hours, and then 1 to 5 is another 4 hours. So we have 8 hours here. No overtime. 8 to, everything's rounding, so 8 to noon, 1 to 5 is another 8 hours. Rounds up, 8 to noon, 1 to 5, no overtime yet. 8 to noon is 4 hours, 1 to 5 is 4 hours, and then overtime is going to be 6 o'clock to 9:30, so 6, 7, 8, 9 is 2.5 hours. Okay, this is a Friday. They just worked 1 to 5, which is 4 hours regular. Then 6 to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is another 4 hours. Okay, Monday, 8 to noon, 1 to 5. Whoops. Tuesday, 8 to noon, 1 to 6. So we have 8 hours regular, 1 hour over. Okay, 8 to noon, 1 to 5. 8 to noon, 1 to 5. 8 to 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, that's 5 hours, and then 2 to 5 is 3 hours. That's still 8 hours. Then a Saturday, so no regular time, 10, 11, 12, 1, 3 hours overtime. And then 8. Excuse me. Okay, add everything up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 80 hours. I have 84 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 4. That's 80. I still have 84 hours. Okay, I'm wondering if I made a mistake, because I think the answer says 88 hours. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so this is still 8 hours, not overtime. It may seem like it, but it's still 8 hours in a day or 40 hours in a week. So there we go, 88, and then 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6.5. And I think I'm missing an hour here, so where we made our mistake. So 12 to 5 is 4 hours, 6 to 10 is 4 hours. Eight to noon is 4, 12 to 6. So 8 hours and an hour overtime. 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. I'm really good at adding today, aren't I? All right, 7.5. There we are. Okay, now, that's what we just did. The time card data for Alice R. Webster and other employees are provided. Enter the regular and overtime hours for Miss Webster and the earnings schedule. For each employee, calculate the amount of regular overtime and total earnings. Overtime are paid at 1.5 times the regular rate, round dollars to the nearest cent. Okay, so let's get our calculator out. All right, $80. Oops, I didn't need the calculator. So we're at 80, okay, times 9, 720. Overtime is going to be, our rate is going to be $13.50 per hour, and she worked 5 hours overtime, so $67.50. which means our total earnings $67.50 plus $7.20, $787.5. Okay, employee 2 is $12.50 an hour, so 80 hours times $12.50 is $1,000. Overtime, first we need to figure out the rate, so times of it, so that's $18.75 an hour. 3 hours overtime, $56.25. And then add those together. I don't need a calculator for that. Okay, next person, I've got 70 hours at $9.75 an hour, $682.5. Okay, no overtime. And then our employee, she worked 88 hours regular time, 7.5 hours overtime. So $88, $11 an hour. Wrong math. Oh my goodness. 88 times $11 an hour is $9.68. Let's figure out what her overtime is. $16.50 an hour times 7.5 hours. $123.75. Add those together. $9.68. $10.91.75. All right, that should be it. Nice job.